In the Japanese garden tradition, it is the phenomena of nature that move the hand of the gardener, guide the turns of the branches, and cut the curves of a stream. The gardens themselves can be understood as artful mediations on the familiar scenes of our natural surroundings. Opportunities to borrow from their infinite complexities and translate their views, their moods, their lessons into the humble spaces that we call our own. A single stone may represent a mountain, an expanse of gravel, the sea. The forms these creative interpretations may take are limitless, but it is always from the native landscape that the primary inspiration flows. For the garden-rich city of Kyoto, Japan, where Shofuso's original designer Tansai Sano called home, local landscape means rolling hills, rocky outcroppings, and lush mossy groves. One feature in particular, the rocky Pebble Beach, plays an important role in many gardens there. Influenced by the real-life banks of the Kamo River and the cliff-laden Japanese coast, they symbolize the departure point for allegorical journeys to distant islands and mythical places beyond our own. Unknown until now, a newly discovered blueprint by Sano himself revealed the intention for Shofuso's garden to feature just such a pebble beach right here in Philadelphia, and from here our work began. If one is to pause for long enough, they will see that there is motion in the stillness. Ordinary things reveal their hidden sides, and the garden comes alive in conversation. Stones have been the backbone of the Japanese garden for more than 1,000 years. With their quiet presence, they are the foundation upon which the entire garden rests, and the stage on which the other elements play. Yet steady as they are in a supporting role, they are just as capable when playing the lead. To use them effectively is to be aware of their subtleties, to notice what qualities bring them together and what features stand them apart. Color, texture, contour, pace. Many considerations help select the stones and guide them to their final destinations. If we hope to integrate a 60-year-old sketch into today's living landscape, the process of design must be as fluid and evolving as the garden itself. Each piece should inform the next, like an ongoing conversation between the past and present, what is and what could be. Sano's drawing is the start. It provides the contours and defines what the space is to become. A recurving crescent beach in the classic Araiso or wild rocky coast style. The examples set by Kyoto's masterpieces give us an idea of how these lines on paper might come to life. Studying these gardens, and the wild Japanese scenes that inspired them, provides the visual language that we must learn to speak in our work. These artistic influences are then adapted to the realities of our present-day garden. How will visitors move through and experience this new feature? How do the key vantage points interact? Eventually, we reach a point in our surveys that resembles completion. Yet in keeping to the traditional way, we must ultimately let nature have the final say. The stones themselves have stories to tell, and they speak to us as they do to one another. Our willingness to listen and follow their lead is what can transform a simple pile of stone into an elegant Su-hama Pebble Beach. The methods that we use, and the process of the doing itself, speak directly to what Shofuso represents. Even if the how cannot always be seen, the presence of ongoing, thoughtful care can certainly be felt in a garden spirit. In Japan, this kind of work is traditionally done by hand. A tactile connection directly with the garden's pieces ensures that no detail is overlooked, and every aspect is personally considered. Without a modern crane, or crews of workers dozens strong, a simple collection of tools and some mechanical advantage help us make up the difference. By employing various techniques both old and new, we're able to position our pieces precisely, and move them in the directions they'll need to go. At times, the process is slow, but part of what makes Shofuso special is the cumulative effort itself. Appreciating that multiple generations have poured their hearts and bodies into what we see before us enriches it further, and inspires us to contribute our humble part faithfully, in a way that would make both Sano and future generations proud. With the pond drained and our tools at the ready, the time has come to make our moves and begin reshaping the hidden structures of these banks. Like searching for diamonds in the talus, our building blocks come from the depths of the pond's own history. Stones unearthed from generations past, to be reset and reimagined in new lives above the water surface. This wading path is not always glamorous, but through patience and focused determination, we keep sight of our goal. Trusting that our tiny steps will accumulate, and each piece will fall into its rightful place. Sano's 60-year-old Pebble Beach vision will finally be realized. As we work to find each piece's place amongst the rest, the harmony of their coming together relies on the keenness of the ears as much as it does the hand.